Good morning, everyone. This is Gail Dudley with your news in motion. Today we have an amazing guest. I just can't wait till you meet this. I'll say singer, songwriter, actor, producer, screenplay, stage play writer. You're just going to be in all of that. So you want to tune in. We've been talking about domestic violence the past few Mondays. And today I'm just so excited to have him on the show. So we'll get to him in just a little while. But until that time, everybody, let me know how your weekend went. What went on? What did you do? And I want to also hear from those of you who completed the $1,000 challenge. I know I did, and I'm excited about it. I see y'all coming up in here. Good morning, Elizabeth Towns. Good morning, Patricia Lyles. I see you in here this morning. Good morning, Latrice Jones. Good morning, Kenya Noel and Rosanna. Yeah, y'all, it's Monday morning. I'm giving shout outs. That's not normal, I know, but I'm doing it anyway. So let me know, what did you do this weekend? I know if you're in the Buckeye State, we had a bye with the Ohio State Buckeyes, but NFL was on and popping. Good morning, Jeffrey Allen James. Good morning to you. So let me just hear from you. How was your weekend? Let me know in the comments section, and make sure that you share this morning news. Invite people in because they're going to want to hear from Andre Davis, who will be with us in a few moments. Good morning, Deborah Johnson. Good morning, Tony Morrison Smith. Good morning, Kenya. You worked. Miss Scientist worked, but okay, with all that's going on, I understand why the scientist is working. Good morning, Pastor Antoinette, all the way from B More. Good morning, Adrian. Good morning. I see y'all coming in here from all over the U.S. I love it when y'all pop up in here like this. Good morning, Ron Robinson. Good morning, Patricia Lyles. Good morning. Y'all, for those of you who are just tuning in, Deborah Johnson, y'all remember we were praying for her. She did lose her mother-in-law last weekend, so pray for her and her husband, Glenn. It was his mother. Pray for them and their family. Y'all know we always put that out there because we're like the News in Motion family. Y'all, we have now hit over 1,000 replays a day. So that's exciting. That is exciting. Y'all, our podcast, and if you missed today's segment with Andre Davis, he will also be on the podcast. The podcast is the most of Fridays, and that is on Fridays. So what you hear today will be uploaded there. Y'all, we hit over 20,000 downloads on the podcast. So we're excited about that. I see you, Lori Wallace. I see you, Yvonne. Good morning. And Yvonne says she dated Netflix over the weekend. Okay, all right. So I'm just so excited. Y'all, we have so much news, so much happening today. I just wanted to say thank you. So whether you're watching live or the replay, I'm just glad you decided to spend some time with us this morning. Do y'all know we're knocking on a year and a half of being on the air digital live stream since June the 22nd, 2020. So I'm excited. The team is celebrating. We're just having a great time here with News in Motion. So we're here to stay, not unless we get kicked off. You know, Facebook will kick you off, YouTube will kick you off, but we're on from iHeart and from Apple Music and from Amazon Music, and I don't know, all of them. Tune in, Stitcher. We're just out here. And I just want to say good morning and thank you. I am your host, Gail Dudley. Y'all know what we do. We need to get this baby started. So let's go. Hey everyone, today kicks off our holiday segment called Unwrap This, and I'm so excited to bring our first business owner to the stage this morning. And y'all know her, she's been with us from day one. That is Diane Ladybug. She has Miss Ladybug Unlimited Creativity. So I'm turning the show over to you. You have 3 minutes to unwrap this.
All righty. And look, I am ready with my timer so that I don't go over. So good morning, everyone. Hi. So when Gail asked me to do this, I was just truly excited because just to give you a quick story, as a single mom, kind of struggling at the time, I unwrapped my potential. I knew that I could bake, and so I started baking cookies. as gifts for the holidays. So this segment here is really everything that I'm about to show you is me unwrapping my potential because people asked me to do it. So it was crazy though. I did the cookies for a couple years. Then I was able to buy gifts. Then people were mad because I didn't make them cookies. So whatever your gift is, I don't want to say whatever your creativity is, whatever your gift is, unwrap that. That is your potential. So everything I'm going to show you is things that people ask me to make or me unwrapping my potential. So got kids, grandkids. Look at this. Holiday stocking. Jewelry. Some of you guys know that I make jewelry. Once again, this popped out of someone asking me to do this. I didn't make jewelry. I worked in Joann's and still didn't understand it. But I'm telling you, the potential. Hats and scarves. Because I worked at Joann's. Someone asked me, can you make that? Sure, why not? Scarves. Now, guys, these are all from a sewing class. So anybody that you know that do something, gift their talent to someone. So I know that we have Nikki on here who makes amazing gifts. You can't even see all the gifts I have from her in my china cabinet back here. You have Lori Wallace. You got someone that want their office rearranged. Gift her talent to someone. All of those good things. Okay, here's another one. See this? Beautiful. Holiday wreath. Okay, class. Once again, someone said, can you teach a class on this? I had never ever done these before, these holiday wreaths. YouTube, oh my God, will show you anything and everything. Okay, I make this and I designed this because I travel. Look at this, guys. You see this pillow? Yes. You see this? And guess what? It's a whole bag. You unwrap it and you have a travel blanket and pillow with the bag. Patent pending on that. Okay, so this is what I want you to do is unwrap your potential during this holiday season. Don't hold back. You have gifts that you would not believe. So stop saying, I know there's people on here saying, I'm not creative. Yes, you are. You have a gift. Everyone has a gift. Okay, the masks. We're still wearing them, people. Here you go. So if you don't want to do it, get in touch with people who can create for you, who can make these things for you, and bless someone during this holiday season who has the gift to do these things, okay? You don't have to do it yourself. You can have a mask making party and gift these items to your family and friends. You could have a jewelry making party and gift these items to your family and friends. You can do this. Hey, me and my protege will come in and we can make these for your family, for your grandkids. You can customize them or anything like that. So, hey, come on, take the time to unwrap your potential this holiday season because you will be surprised on what you can do.
Thank you so much. Can you let people know how to get in touch with you?
Yes, I will actually put that in the feed, but I am on Facebook as Diane Ladybug Ivory. I am on Instagram as Miss Ladybug UC. And so I will put all of that in there. And God bless. If you want a personal consultation, just hit me up in my DMs.
Now, listen, y'all, before she goes, let me just tell you that she's not on a ship stuck in a container where nobody can get to her. This is local, y'all. These are local businesses, and we have to support these businesses this Christmas season and all the time. Any holiday. If you're not into Christmas, any holiday. Yeah, go ahead, Diane. Put that back up there. And y'all can get these too.
Representing. Great gift. I'm telling you, gift. We have so much local talent. Oh my God, a paint and sip. Do these things with your family. I mean, you can have a whole family event, like I said, to come in and to bring this stuff and something you can do with the family and create those memories. So yes, unwrap all your potential, unwrap those gifts before Christmas and make those memories. You don't have to wait till Christmas to unwrap happiness.
Yes, one more time for those who are not on the viewership, they're on either iHeartRadio or TuneIn or Stitcher or any of those. Can you give us your contact information again, please?
Yes, I am on Facebook as Diane Ladybug Ivory. You can also find my Miss Ladybug's Unlimited Creativity on Facebook. And I am on IG as Miss Ladybug UC. And you can contact me on any of those. If you want my phone number, just contact me in my DMs and I'll definitely reach out. And like I said, we can set up a consultation and not a consultation, actually a party, like a jewelry party, a painting party, a sewing party. This beautiful thing here, yes, Davia, you need this on your door. Let's have a party and let's shake some things up, okay? So I'm excited about that. And Gail, yes, this will be delivered to you. So yes,
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much. If anyone's wanting to know how you can be a part, check this out. All right, y'all. So for the weekend headlines, wow. Y'all, Howard University student protests. And I mean to tell you, they are protesting in Howard. Hundreds of Howard University students came together on Wednesday to protest against the poor housing conditions they say they're subjected to at a reputable HBCU. On Wednesday, protests last all day and followed a sit-in that kicked off Tuesday night at the school's Blackburn University Center. Fox 5 DC reports students say rats, roaches, and mold are just some of what they are forced to live with at the historical Black college. I'm telling you what I know. My daughter attended and graduated from Howard University. Trust me, they not lying at all. I can remember one time we were moving her out of the towers, and I was like, nothing's getting in my car until we shake out every box, every bag, every suitcase. Y'all, it's a problem. And she graduated in 2016. It's now 2021. You put two and two together and figure that out. So that's what's happening. The Board of Trustees are saying that, simply put, we hear you and we will continue to welcome your viewpoint on all matters pertaining to Howard. All right, that sounds okay, but you got to do something about their living conditions. All right, y'all, Yeezy is selling his ranch. Yes, he is, for $11 million. Today's property is none other than the Westlake Ranch, 3,888 acres of open land outside Cody, Wyoming. Kanye West bought the ranch 2 years ago and had big plans to turn it into a Yeezy compound that could support clothing, manufacturing, agriculture projects, and other stuff. But anyway, he's selling. Y'all, Ahmaud Arbery's murder trial begins today. The jury selection will happen today. Nike opens the Lebron James Innovative Center. 750,000 square feet. That includes the NBA-sized court, a soccer field, and a track. Get that. Hello, somebody. Also inside are 400 motion capture cameras and 84,000 square feet dedicated to sports research. That is happening. Go, LeBron, go. Y'all, 17 Americans and Canadians, and actually 16 Americans and one Canadian missionary was kidnapped by gang members in Haiti. CNN has reported that some of them are minors, were also kidnapped in Haiti on Saturday, according to an organization, Christian Aid Ministries. The group of 16 U.S. citizens and one Canadian citizen includes 5 men, 7 women, and 5 children, read in a statement released by Ohio-based organization on Sunday. And oh, the Queen. Yeah, Vanity Fair is reporting that she can have no more martinis. No, she can't. The 95-year-old will have to forgo her evening cocktail. The Queen was advised to give up her favorite drink. Well, y'all, she made it to 95, so we can't be mad. That means I can keep my mimosa a little bit longer. Hello, somebody. Well, y'all, I lost the debate. I did. I lost the debate. By now, y'all should know this because I'm kind of forced to say this every Monday when it happens. So here's to you, Louis Pryor III and Kenny Stanley. How about them boys? That kills me to say that over and over and over again. Y'all, the Cowboys beat the Patriots 35-29. The Steelers, all right, Latrice Jones, they beat Seahawks 23-20. Oh, y'all, the Browns lost 14, Cardinals 37. The Raiders won over the Broncos 34-24. The Ravens won. Y'all didn't have a heart attack game this time, 34-6 over the Chargers. And the Giants lost to the Rams 11-38. So y'all, that's it. If you're wondering why I'm rushing, because I got somebody on here today that y'all are just going to love. So I'll bring him in here soon after we do this. Now listen, it is true. It is true, y'all. It is so true. Masks are working. Vaccinations are working as well. But I can't tell you what to do when it comes to the vaccine. But I am going to say, wear your mask, people. Wear your mask. Wear your mask. The holidays are upon us. We want to really hang out with family and friends. We don't want any more lockdown. So because of our partnership with the CDC, I need to show you this. Just pay attention. Listen to what they're saying or read the captions because there's no words. But pay attention to this. And then when we come back, I'll be bringing to you Andre Davis. Y'all, do what's right. I was in Target yesterday and the signs, biggest day, said masks are required. They said no questions asked. And who came up in there acting like it didn't pertain to them? And security came and put them out, a whole family. I said, just wear your mask. It's not that difficult. Just wear your mask. All right, y'all. I see y'all in here. Cincinnati won 34 over the Lions. Okay. Yep. Wear them. Got your booster last week. All right. Y'all in this Cowboy Nation. Okay, Lori. Katrina says, wash your hands too. I agree with that. Instead, I'm loving that 6 feet apart. That's the one thing that never has to go away. Back up off of me, please. That don't ever need to go away. Never. Yeah, I am so excited to bring on Andre Davis. He is with Diamond Entertainment. Actually, that's his company. Just so much going on. Y'all saw what I put out there on Facebook. Their mission statement is to provide quality entertainment via music, television, film, and stage. The goal is to share authentic stories from the male perspective that are very prevalent but seldom ever discussed. And we're going to discuss those today. Just to give you a little synopsis in the history, the number one urban stage play, it's called Man of the House, was written, directed, and produced by Andre Davis, a graduate of King University in New Jersey. The play premiered at a Luna Stage Theater in West Orange, New Jersey in August 2014 and sold out for 4 consecutive shows. Since then, it has continued to run throughout the tri-state and beyond in different venues all around. I'm sure he can bring it to all of us because we kind of represent all of the U.S. on here. Hello, somebody. Yep, y'all. I'm not going to ever get boastful or cocky, but I'm loving these. Now I understand why the team always wanted me to see these numbers, y'all. They are really skyrocketing, and I'm really excited. Y'all, Man of the House is a drama comedy that revolves around one man's struggle to save his relationship and get his life on track, while the woman in his life runs their home, his life, and everything in it. Domestic violence with a twist, as the male is a victim as opposed to the abuser. I can read all this, but I really want you to hear from Andre. And before I do that, y'all know I have to read this. The views and opinions expressed on News in Motion and the Most of Fridays are those of the authors, guests, and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of News in Motion, Gail Dudley, or any team member. Any content provided by our guests or authors are of their opinion and are not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, or anyone or anything. Y'all know I have to read that. Now, y'all start putting your questions in the chat. If you are tuning in from iHeart or anywhere, if you go over to the YouTube, which is youtube.com/Gail Dudley, you can put your comments there. We will also make sure you have all of his information in case you want to invite him to your church or organization, to your community event, to wherever, to a stage play in a city near you. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Andre, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. So grateful that you decided to join us this morning. So we're going to jump right in.
Okay. Thank you for
we're,
having me.
we're going to jump right in. Tell us about you and tell us about what it is you're doing. Just go for it, that I'm going to come back with some more questions.
Sure. So, like you said, my name is Andre Davis. I'm a writer, director, producer, a singer, an actor from Newark, New Jersey. And I have been doing this now for a little bit. The number one urban stage play, Man of the House, as Gail mentioned, it addresses domestic abuse where the man is the victim as opposed to the abuser. It's the first stage play that I wrote and produced. It's not the first stage play that actually wrote, but it is the first one that I wrote and produced, and we've getting great responses throughout the 7 years it's been up, excluding this year and last year because of COVID, clearly. And in addition to that, I'm a singer as well, so I have some new music coming out at the top of the year in January, and a lot of exciting film projects in the works as well.
Now, you kind of skipped over that singing, so I'm getting ready to put him on blast, y'all. His experience as a singer includes opening for some of the best in today's R&B music, including Brian McKnight, Anthony Hamilton, Patti LaBelle, somebody say Patti, Wendy Williams, to name a few. Theater credits includes Dreamgirls, After the Walk, featuring Grammy-nominated artist Kelly Price, and Underneath It All, featuring Stella Award winner Kiera Shears. Let's just put it out there, Andre. You don't have to be humble here. We family. We need everybody to know who you are and what you do. So
I
there, I put
appreciate
you
it.
on blast.
I appreciate it.
Look, you are who you are. So let's talk about this domestic violence.
Mhm.
Um, how can we identify the abuser from the victim, especially when we're looking at men, at the male population?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, I mean, the textbook definition, in short, is any pattern or behavior where one is using some type of behavior to maintain or to gain power over the other. So that's the first thing. A lot of that in the play, the abuse is more emotional and verbal, not as much physical. And that's where it gets a little challenging because the feedback that I always receive is that most people don't even look at that as abuse, especially when it's coming from the female to the male. So that's a very good way to identify it.
Wow, can dive into that a little bit more? There was actually a male that we were thinking about bringing on, but he kept backing out because what happened was his the CEO of the company that he worked for, when he came out and said he was being abused, he actually got terminated because the CEO called him a punk and not dealing with it. So can you speak to a little more of that, please?
Yeah, absolutely. So, and that really is one of the biggest reasons why a lot of men won't speak out on it because of the perception that you're the man. So, take control of the situation. And a lot of times you really do feel like you are in a no-win situation because would you be right if you put your hands on the sister because of the abuse? No, you wouldn't be. So a lot of times they really do feel like they are in a no-win situation with that as the man. You are looked at as, you should be able to handle that or reverse it or stop it. And it's just not always that easy. A lot of the men that suffer from domestic abuse, it stems from something that may have happened earlier in their childhood. In the play, you find out that James really does have some emotional trauma because of the relationship or lack thereof with his mom. And so he was looking for love so much in this female that he was willing to allow behavior um, to go unchallenged that really should have been.
Wow. What type of language and or behavior do you consider abusive from the male perspective?
Honestly, anything that is demeaning, when you're trying to make someone feel less than because of whatever, that's abusive. That's abusive, and that's a lot of what my character experiences in the play.
Wow. And where do you think abuse begins? Like at what age?
So you know what, it honestly, it varies. As I was saying earlier, many times it stems from something that may have happened in the childhood. So it could have been that that person saw abuse in the home, that they experienced abuse in the home, or in my character's position, it was a lack thereof that opened him up to being abused.
Wow. So what made you decide to write this play that included this topic?
Yeah, so I've done several plays that discuss domestic abuse, and it was the more discussed approach where it was the female being abused by the male, and then you had a next door neighbor who was the good guy and came and rolled her off into the sunset by the end of the show. And so I thought it would be interesting to write from the opposite side because that's something that you rarely ever hear about. So it was just honestly me being creative, to say, I wonder what it would look like and sound like, if we did it from this angle.
I love that. Now, I have to ask this. Well, here's a question in the comment. It says, how are men, I'll pull this up on the screen if you can see it as well. It says, how
Okay.
are men and women responding to a subject um, that to some can be controversial? Controversial.
Yeah, that's a great question. You know what? Honestly, most of the females, because it's a stage play, and so our audience is mostly female. And that is one thing that we thought about, just sitting down as a team before we mounted it. How are the females going to react to this? Because in this one, in a lot of stage plays, especially black stage plays, the black man is always the bad guy. Well, in this one, it's not that. The black guy is actually the good guy. And so many women came up to me after the show to say it was refreshing to see not the same exact story. So it's really been received very well. And I've actually had some people come up to me at the end and say that they knew a man in this situation, um, but they never labeled it as abuse. So it was an eye opener for them. So the feedback has been great. It's really been great.
With that, let me jump in here, y'all. If there's anyone being abused, male or female, call the domestic violence hotline 800-799-SAFE. That's 7233. Or they can text START in all caps to 88788. So again, text START to 88788 or contact 800-799-SAFE. That's 7233. Again, we have Andre Davis, writer, producer, director of Man of the House, but he also has, and I want to make sure I get this correct, called Diamond Entertainment. Is that
Right.
correct?
That's correct.
Cool. So I have more questions for you. If you can hang out with me a little bit longer.
Absolutely.
Um, Now you go to college campuses where this play has been seen, and you have celebrities. You're a celebrity yourself who have participated in the production. How have the dialogue or the conversation after a play or beginning of the play? What is that dialogue like, and how is it hitting people differently?
Yeah, so that was one of probably the more unexpected routes that we took, but it is working extremely well. So we've used the play at several colleges and universities as domestic abuse educational programming. So, of course, it's outside of the norm. It's not in the class, but they're able to experience the play. And then at the end of the play, we normally have open dialogue where the school will have a counselor there. It Some of the questions and dialogue that some of these students have had after seeing the play has been nothing short of amazing. So that is one thing that we are looking to do, is to go back into these colleges and universities and present the production, because it really was a great conversation starter, and opened up to some great dialogue.
We have a lot of high schoolers that tune in because we talk a lot about voting and the government and Congress and the Biden administration, the previous dude's administration, all that stuff. And one thing that we're hearing, because on Mondays it's been really heavy. We had two women on already who talked about their own personal domestic violence, and then last Monday we had a woman who was being abused, got out the relationship, but her sister was in a domestic abuse relationship and ended up being murdered by her abuser. And so a lot of high schoolers are calling in saying, "Wow, I know you're focused on some of the older adults, but this is also happening in high school." What do you hear from some of the college students that has you possibly thinking maybe I need to get to the high schoolers because abuse is happening in their relationships as well? Have you considered that? And if so, what would a rollout like that look?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And because a lot of when you're in those high school years, relationships begin, and you know, this is when you are literally just learning what a relationship looks like, what it is. It's not like we have a map or some type of knowledge prior to that. So yeah, absolutely, high schools would absolutely be another target market for the production. We honestly haven't looked into that as of yet, but it is definitely something that I would be open to. Absolutely.
Okay, Kim Kills is asking, she's in North Carolina. She says, how is your play coming? Is your play coming to or near Ohio or North Carolina?
Yeah. So, funny enough, because we've been doing it since 2014, 2022 right now, unless God tells me otherwise, will be the last year for the play. So we are going to do final tour. I'm calling it the farewell tour. And so we are making stops in, I don't want to forget any, Jersey, Philadelphia, Washington, Atlanta, New York, possibly North Carolina, and possibly Dallas. So those two are on the table right now. No plans for Ohio as of yet.
What's interesting, we always say we're getting ready to bring things to a close, but now that things are coming forward, you might be around a little bit longer with this
Right.
play.
And that's why I said, unless God tells me otherwise, if God says no, then I'm not going anywhere.
I hear you.
But I'm
Katrina says, is it on any television platform at this time, or are you
no.
considering that?
Uh, so after the play concludes, I've already finished the script for the film. So we start filming the movie, Man of the House, in the spring of 2022, right before the tour kicks off. And so that's the next move. We probably will have it on DVD sometime, to play throughout the tour.
I'm loving this. I'm loving this. Did y'all hear that, y'all? He's taking his play to a film. Hello, somebody. That is amazing. In the play, a female-led character demeans the male lead character in an attempt to emasculate him. What are some of the ways that a person being abused and defend himself without being violent? What does that look like, or is that even possible?
Right now, it absolutely is possible. So in my character's case, she uses the fact that he's pretty much down and out as far as his job is concerned, right? And so she is carrying all the bills in the house, and she uses that as a mechanism to say, "You need me. I'm taking care of everything. I might as well be the man of the house because I'm taking care of everything. And so what happens is that he finally calls her on it. I don't want to give away the ending, but he finally calls her on what she's saying to say, no, you're wrong. And this is why you're wrong. So it doesn't always take you putting your hands on someone. For me, the best way, and a lot of this is bullying, the best way to address a bully is head on. And that's what it was. It was a confrontation. And then he just decided that his relationship was toxic and he made some decisions from there.
Wow. So from 2014, I'm wrapping it up, but I'm now all the way in because you said film. I'm all the way in with you now because we got to get you promoted. From 2014, what are some real time solutions for those who are being abused from what you have gathered from going around doing the play?
Right. I mean, honestly, the best thing to do when it is at all possible to do it is just to get out of the situation immediately. Take some time. Hopefully you might have a family member or a friend that you can kind of just take a step back and look at the situation. You put up the National Domestic Violence hotline. There are counselors out there that are skilled in this area that you can speak to. As far as next steps, there's always a church. If you belong to a church, your pastor can also be a good resource as well. But the best thing to do is to just remove yourself as soon as you can, because it's not always that easy to just get up and leave right away. But as soon as you can, to remove yourself from the situation, knowing that it doesn't get better, it gets worse.
Wow. Yeah, again, I'm going to give y'all this number 800-799-SAFE. That's SAFE or 7233. That's the domestic violence hotline. And then text START to 88788. Again, text START to 88788. I do have a couple of private anonymous questions that have come in, if I can get to those, team. Andre, are you seeing, this is from a male, all I have is that he is anonymous. Are you seeing that men are often ostracized once they come out? And if so, where's a safe place for them to go if you know of any?
Right. So the answer to the question is yes. You do see that, and again, that's why a lot of men do not speak up about the situation. Again, going back to the hotline, where you can also speak anonymously. uh and again, the church, your pastors are good resources, because most of the time, it should be anyway, these conversations are confidential, and that's what you want people that can support you without putting your business out in the street, and you know what I mean, making you feel less than.
Okay, here's another question from an anonymous again. It says I am a man and my family has disowned me because I talk about the abuse to other family members. My father said I'm no longer a man and I'm not even welcomed in their house. Where could he turn to? He's asking, where can I turn to? If you know the answer.
Yeah, so first of all, I just uh want to say I'm sorry about that
Yeah.
situation, and it's extremely unfortunate when things like that do happen. I don't, to be honest, have the exact answer to that. I would just go back to, again, speaking with people who are actually trained in assisting victims of domestic abuse would be my first resource, because again, they're trained in it. So in the Black community especially, uh, we are very, like, our men are men. You know what I mean? It's you're expected to be uh, almost that toxic masculinity. And so it's unfortunately not uh surprising that that happened. But again, speaking with people actually trained in going about or discussing what you're going through is essential, because they have a different outlook on what you're going through.
Yeah. A lot of the questions seem to be around that same thing about embarrassment is what I'm seeing. So Another question from Kim Kills says, where can she find your tour schedule, or where should she look for that? Would that be your website? If so, can you give your website to all of us?
Absolutely. So once the tour schedule is actually finalized, it'll be up on my website and all of my social media handles, and everything is a diamond ent. So the website is a diamondent.com, and all of my social media handles are at a diamond ent.
Okay, and we'll make sure we put that up on the thread. You have another question. Are you offering connections to organizations or counselors at your productions?
So not at the we haven't, I should say, we haven't as of yet for the commercial route. As far as the colleges, absolutely, we've had at all of them actually counselors that are on deck. So after the play finishes, when we begin to have that Q&A, there are actually counselors there that can speak with a lot of these students. So absolutely.
Okay, and then Davia, she is a counselor herself. I'm going to keep calling her Dr. Stevenson. She said there are also platforms with licensed clinical counselors such as BetterHelp.com. It's professional, private, and accessible. So y'all make sure you contact that as well. So I can't thank you enough. I'm gonna have to have you back. Hey,
Please.
I'm gonna have you back. So, how can people reach out to you? Are you offering any kind of lessons or coaching? Of course, for a fee. Are you offering anything? If so, can you share that? Because this is the holiday season, the containers are stuck. So we want to make sure you get business too. So how can people find you if they want to coach with you or whatever that is? Is there like an email address or anything? And I can get that from you also and put it in the thread, but can you give it to those who may not be looking at the thread?
No, absolutely. So you can always connect with me through social media, and again, that's at a diamond ent. On the website, there's actually my email, which is inquiry at a diamondent.com, and that's a good way to reach out to me. I have not offered any coaching or anything like that as of yet. It's just been very busy in a great way. So I'm not complaining. God, keep sending it on, because I'm taking it all. So I haven't done that as of yet. But also, if you are in one of the cities that I mentioned, or even in a different city, and you're interested in bringing the stage play to your city or to your congregation, we do fundraisers and things of that nature all the time. So absolutely, you can connect with me on social media or through my email, which is inquiry at a diamondent.com.
Well, I just want you to know people are saying in the thread, thank you, Andre. Thank you for all you are doing. You're great. You're awesome. This is amazing. And they quote me with the hashtag, hello, somebody. They're saying it's exciting. Praise God. Fantastic. Yay. Come to North Carolina. I'm getting that a lot. So they're just so excited. And I am so grateful that you decided to hang out with us this morning here on News in Motion. People are calling us a little show, but this little show is growing leaps and bounds. So I am so grateful that you said yes to wanting to join me this morning.
Man, thank you for having me. It has been my absolute pleasure. Cynthia talks very highly of you, so I knew it was going to be something great.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, we got to get him on here. Yeah, we can do it Monday. We're going to make this happen. So thank you. Have a great day. We are going to be praying for you now as you turn this stage play into a film. And listen, and this is the call to action to everyone today. Just because you are not in the city of his play does not mean that you cannot send a seed, buy a stack of tickets for college students, or just send or become an investor. Hello, somebody. So look, reach out to him and find out how you can help this Black man do what he's doing. This is about sowing and reaping, y'all, but it's more about blessing him today. So make sure you check him out. Say, I'm going to secure a block of tickets for college students, whatever that looks like. Make sure you do that. Thank you so much. Blessings to you. And I know I'll see you soon.
Thank you as well. Absolutely. Take care.
All right, everybody. The inspirational message for today is this: you have the authority. You absolutely have the authority. The thing is, you have to tap into it and you have to do it. Stop being a wimp. Stop thinking that you're defeated. You are victorious and you have that authority. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me today. Until tomorrow, I am your host, Gail Dudley, and this has been News in Motion. Until tomorrow, you stay well and remember, make some moves.